And I think the key message that I want to bring tonight is the necessity and urgency for the new political coalition, Pakatan Harapan, to move forward, to set up a new agenda to take on Barisan Nasional, so that in 2.5 years' time, come 2018, the next general election, we are ready to bring down Barisan Nasional. There were critics out there. Setting up Pakatan Harapan was not an easy task. You would not have imagined that forming a new coalition to fight Barisan Nasional, and we would have thought it was immediate and easy thing, a straightforward thing, something that should be done not yesterday, not 2 weeks ago, but perhaps even 3 months ago. But there are concerns. There are concerns and there are challenges that we are facing, because there are many, whether within the political parties or without among some of the NGOs, that we have been too hasty to set up Pakatan Harapan. We are too hasty. Apparently, one reason is because we don't have an agenda in place. I don't find that reason acceptable. Why do I not find the reason acceptable? Very simple. There's no reason why we can't form a new coalition and then sit down together to thrash out a new agenda to take Malaysia forward. What's more, these are the very same people who were promoting Pakatan Rakyat of the past. We have Mat Sabu with us, we have Dr. Zulkifli Ahmad with us, we have Dr. Mujahid Rawa with us, we have Khalid Samad with us, we have all the other MPs who are working to promote Pakatan Rakyat before, working closely with DAP and PKR to make sure we achieve a record victory in the last general elections. So there is no reason to believe that this new Pakatan Harapan, a coalition between DAP, PKR and the new party Amanah, cannot work together and cannot or will be unable to come out with a new common policy platform that will be able to convince the people of them. Now the second reason among a few people is that we cannot win if we do not have the support of PAS. Now that is the elephant in the room. Can we win the next general elections if we do not have PAS with us?
Yes. Yes.
Now, two parts. My answer comprises of two parts. Number one, even if the assumption is PAS still retain a lot of support, particularly among the rural place in the north. How do you work with a party that refuses to work with you? How do you work with a party that perpetually opposes coalition consensus? How do you work with a party that don't even agree on a common person or leader for the position of the Prime Minister? Let us not forget, earlier, when Dato' Sri Anwar Ibrahim was supposed to contest in Kajang to become the Menteri Besar of Selangor, before he was convicted and disqualified from contesting, Who objected to Anwar Ibrahim? Hadiawan. The support from PAS during the by-election campaign was there but was cold. The people who came to support Dato' Sri Wan Aziza, PAS came, but are all the leaders present in front of you today, not the conservative faction of PAS. When Dato' Sri Wan Aziza was nominated by Pakatan Harapan as the Menteri Besar of Selangor, who objected to the coalition consensus, who objected to Wan Aziza from becoming the Menteri Besar of Selangor? Hadiawan. And if Hadiawan's word is the word of PAS, then PAS objected to Wan Aziza from becoming the Menteri Besar of Selangor. Now, can you imagine? Wan Aziza is the president of your coalition partner. And you tell the coalition partner president, you don't qualify to be the MD of Selangor. What type of coalition partner is that? And after that, despite repeated agreement within Pakatan Harapan that the implementation of hudud requires consensus and discussion within Pakatan Harapan, Hadiawan and PAS acted on their own to submit a motion seeking the implementation or approval for implementation of hudud in Malaysia, as well as the approval for Kelantan to amend its hudud or syarah enactments. There was no discussion with any of the rest of the coalition partners. Now, do we now still wait for PAS, hoping that they will turn over a new leaf? And if they do turn over a new leaf, can we trust PAS going forward that if they win in the next general election, they won't collaborate UMNO and they will still work with us? Can or not?
No.
Do you guys still trust PAS?
No.
Now, so given such a scenario, can we still wait and hang on and wait forever for PAS to come to us? Cannot. Now the next question is, then without PAS, can we still win? Let me tell you that we can. It's not easy, it is not given, but we can. Now PAS strength, if any, remains in the northern Malay belt of Peninsular Malaysia. Just in Kelantan, maybe in Terengganu, and perhaps in Kedah. And even then, they are losing control. If you go to Kelantan today, you will find that many people are no longer placing their faith in the PAS state government in Kelantan. We saw how the flood disaster was managed by the state government. In fact, during the flood disaster in Kelantan, there was no state government. And the people can see that. In the past, perhaps the shortcomings of the past state governments was covered up by Dato' Sri, the Tok Guru Nik Aziz. But Tok Guru Nik Aziz is no more. There's no reason anymore for the people of Kelantan to keep faith with the past government. So even if PAS is with us, there's no assurance that they can deliver the votes that are necessary from the northern belt in Peninsular Malaysia. Second, where are the areas that we need to win in order to win the next general elections? They are in the southern belt of Peninsular Malaysia and of course Sabah and Sarawak. Sabah and Sarawak, I won't talk about it tonight, but in the southern belt of Peninsula. We are talking about winning more seats in Johor, in Melaka, in Negeri Sembilan, and even in Perak, so that we can win enough of the marginal seats to win Putrajaya in the next general elections. Now, question is PAS strong in these areas? I've contested, no, I've taken part in a by-election in Johor, where PAS contested against UMNO. This is in Tenang. Tenang is in Labis, Johor. What is the outcome of a PAS versus UMNO by-election, a Malay candidate versus a Malay candidate? PAS got 12% of the votes. 12%. So any what you call perception that PAS on its own will be able to deliver us the votes in Johor is completely wrong. They cannot. If they can, you can ask Abang Mat later. How many times our candidates, the PAS candidates, have lost their deposits throughout Johor, despite contesting the most number of seats in Johor throughout the last 5 general elections? They keep losing their deposits. Johor Malays do not accept PAS brand of politics and religion. It's different. I come from Johor, I know. They are different. But what we have today is an alternative to PAS. A moderate face to Islamic politics. We have Amanah, comprising of leaders who are not seen as the ulama ideologues, who can be acceptable to the moderate Malays of Johor, Melaka, Negeri Sembilan, Selangor and Perak, perhaps even Pahang. And their role is not only to win the support that PAS have in these states, but also to win over the Malays who previously were strong supporters of UMNO, have been disillusioned by UMNO, but are willing to give Amanah a vote because they are not the PAS ideologues that they used to distrust. And it is this area, the middle ground of the Malay belt, the southern Malay belt, where whether we can win Putrajaya or not in the next general elections, that is the venue, those are the constituencies where elections will be decided. And that's why DAP and myself fervently believe that if we work hard with this new coalition, who have no dispute at all with one another, who have no conflict in ideology, who have no conflict in principles, will be able to work for the next 2 to 3 years to ensure that we gain the trust and belief and confidence of these people in these constituencies to ensure that we will win enough seats in the next general elections. I'm very happy to be here to see so much support for Parti Amanah, and we hope that the support will continue. I know that they need money. It's not easy setting up a new party, and they need money more than anyone else for the simple reason that they need to go to the most rural of all constituencies in Malaysia to ensure that victory will be secure in the next general elections. So thank you very much for the support shown to Amanah. We look forward to a vibrant region. We look forward to Pakatan Harapan as the party that will give hope to all Malaysians, to defeat Barisan Nasional, to give a better future for all our children and future generations. Thank you very much.